to the show Criticurb, a Fast Side production, and I'm your host, Uche Teresa Ezuko. And today we will be talking about a movie titled Misidentity. If you haven't seen the last video, I did have a special guest here, Ian Osino. Ian is a Canada-based musician and songwriter, and we did have a wonderful time here. We had so much things to talk about, and those informations can be very useful and informative to our viewers out there. So if you haven't seen that video, please head to criticurb, watch that video, and subscribe for more videos like that. Okay, and today we will be talking about a Nollywood movie titled Misidentity, and it is a Chivo production. I did notice a lot of inconsistencies in between the acts, so it's a case of saying something and doing another. Okay, and in terms of time management, the time management was it was dragged, because I see a situation where the dialogue was a matter of urgency. Like, we really need to do this right now. We really need to go, like go, go, go. And then that's the dialogue, okay? It's urgent. And then the act, it's really slow. And I begin to wonder, okay, what's the correlation between the urgency and the not so urgent anyway? You know, a scene where Deborah is telling Michael, oh, we need to find Ngozi's phone, like right away. Okay, go, go. And then the next scene, I see Deborah helping Michael down the stairs, you know, bit by bit.
So, her phone must have been downstairs? Maybe during all that struggle.
Oh yes, maybe. Okay, so we need to go and look for it. Okay, because that's the only way we can get Steven's number out of his phone, so we can call him. We need to find her before she goes far.
That's what I'm trying.
Sorry. Sorry. Oh. Sorry. Oh, Mama. Oh.
Nothing urgent about that situation anymore, okay? We could have said, okay, Michael, since you're badly wounded or since you're hurt or something, stay here, okay? Let me head downstairs and find Ngo's phone. Maybe that would have been a better way to present that dialogue, just to retain the urgency in that dialogue, okay? And also, there are some inconsistent parts there. I give you a situation whereby Michael is badly injured. He was shot. Actually, he was almost at the verge of dying. He was barely staying alive. And when Ngozi comes to the door looking for Deborah, where are you, Deborah? And suddenly, what happens? I see a dark screen, and suddenly the light comes on again. Both Deborah and Ngozi had their hands tied behind them with a master tape right across their mouth.
Don't open the door yet. Stay. Tell you. Relax. Not too relax.
I should what?
Deborah!
Hey! Calm down now. This girl, I'm recording your phone now. You didn't pick. Why? Just come in. Why is he at dark? You have visitor. Hey, Ndioga, Biago. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Chineke. Hey!
I'm talking.
Deborah! What's that? Hey!
The face is on the car.
Hey!
Keep it up. I'll be done. Look. Keep it shut. You, get up. Up! up. Don't waste my time. Look, I have a gun. I'll kill you there.
So this is Michael. Like we said, Michael was badly injured. How was Michael able to tie up two grown women, okay, tie up their hands behind their back and seal their mouths? Not only that, he actually carried Ngozi upstairs to a bedroom. Someone that was badly injured. And before that scene, Michael actually needed Deborah's help to walk around. It was that bad. That was how injured Michael was.
Give me your hand. I need support. Ow. Give you fucking. What?
I'm sorry.
Ow. Gently. Step at a time, okay? I need you to cooperate with me so we can make this work, alright?
But then the scene where, the dark scene, and then suddenly, I don't know, maybe like Jackie Chan or, I don't know, James Bond, I don't know what happened there, but all of a sudden, Michael has so much energy to tie up two grown women. I don't get it. Okay, and they didn't tell us that Michael came in with someone else. Okay, so these are things, those inconsistent parts of things I couldn't get my head around. So, yeah, but you never know. Maybe he was trying to be a Jackie Chan, maybe, I don't know. In another scene here where Michael said he called his uncle several times and couldn't reach his uncle on the phone, okay? And in another scene, the same Michael is telling us that he didn't have his uncle's number, there was no way to reach his uncle, and I don't get it. Okay, so you're saying this and you're doing another. I don't really get it. Those discrepancies could have been done better. Okay, you can tell us that this scene, you're telling me that you called your uncle several times and he wasn't answering and he didn't call back. And in another scene after that, you're telling me that you didn't have your uncle's number, there was no way you could reach him. Come on, guys, come on. There are scenes where Deborah comes in and sometimes she portrays Ngozi as her cousin, sometimes friend.
Tell her to get lost.
No, I can't tell her to get lost. She is my cousin. Deborah! You barged into my home with a gun. You tied me and my friend up like an animal.
Cousin, friend. Which one should we take? Cousin or friend? Guys, come on. Okay? All right, so, but apart from that, the movie was focused on the morals, which was Stevens neglecting his duties. And what was the consequences of that? His nephew, Michael, was being murdered. Some scene arrangement was evident and there was stability in the way the scenes were portrayed. I see a couple of dark scenes, okay? A couple of dark scenes whereby suddenly the lights goes off and you just know something is happening in the background, but you're not seeing anything, okay? In movie production, you need to minimize how much of dark scenes you use, okay? It's better to, if you really desperately need to portray a dark scene, please keep it at a minimum. You don't want to keep your viewers there, sitting there over time, just looking at a black screen, but hearing activity in the background. It bores me out. I'm pretty sure it bores a lot of people out. Okay, so let's try to keep the dark scenes at a minimum, okay? And also the description was good. Location, good. We want to keep that consistency in our scripting, in our wordings, our dialogue, our action. Let the action match with the dialogue, okay? This is not a mix and match. The action has to match with the dialogue. You can't tell us A and you're doing B. You can't tell us B and you're doing C. Okay, that would definitely get the viewers confused. Okay, we want to try to stay consistent in what we're trying to portray or show out there, because it takes a little thing for the writer's intention to change drastically. And the writer means this, but this is what is being portrayed. We don't want to do that. Okay, if this is what the story is gonna be, it's all about, let's keep it that way. We don't want to digress or kind of rewrite the writer's intention for that story. Okay, So there are different ways that we can actually put these things together for it to have meaning and for it to actually have focus, okay? And because that's what the viewers will actually use to try to explore their own personal imaginations to say, okay, yeah, I think this is gonna happen. Oh, I think Michael is gonna die. Oh, I think Michael is gonna survive. Oh, I think the vigilante will break in any moment from now. Oh, I think Michael had someone helping him. Oh, someone must be hiding in the car. You know, let's explore the use of that imaginations, okay? That'll be awesome. But when things are inconsistent or when things are kind of not properly thought out, it tends to really confuse the viewers. And when the viewers are confused or not connecting with the story, they will have the wrong judgment or they will have the wrong imagination about what the story is all about. And when that happens, possibly the writer's intention is kind of rewritten. It will just another story altogether. You know, when you're thinking something and doing another, or when you're hoping something will go this way and it goes that way. Okay? All right, I'm gonna stop talking now. All right, so my friends, my fans, my viewers out there, please subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to criticurb. If you need to come out on Instagram, we are at Instagram here, criticurb_fastide_production. And if you need to shoot me an email or if you need to come to the show as a special guest, please send me an email at criticurb@gmail.com. Our call-out sessions are open to makers and creators of creative content. It doesn't matter. You can be a musician, an actor, a writer. You can be a makeup artist. You can be an inventor of a new product, or you can be whatever it takes that you do or have done or have more creative insights in doing. Please, our call out session is for everyone. Okay, we come out here, we talk about our fears, our passion, our challenges, and our accomplishments, and we tend to encourage one another and tend to actually network with one another so that people out there can see what you do, love what you do, and want to be part of something great. Okay, all right, so before I go, I would love to encourage writers and authors out there to keep writing. It's part of the human nature to share things like opinions, thoughts, and ideas. And with determination and with consistency, one day your few words will become a movie script or a book. To see the detailed critical analysis, continue to the end of this video. All right, I'm your host, Uche Teresa Ezekiel for criticurb. See you soon.